Hello and welcome to another episode of Having a Bath with Teresa. It's week 29 and today I was like, I need to do my pregnancy vlog. And I was like, I'm gonna not have any time to do this today. So I'm having a bath now and I'm getting the kids ready and we're going to Cafe Gratitude and we're gonna go have an avocado toast and a smoothie. And then I'm coming back and we'll get a play date. We leave tomorrow for Adelaide. So I packed actually on Wednesday. So I got all the packing out the way, which is great. But now I'm thinking about quarantine because we're going to be quarantining with 4.5 kids, me and my hubs. And I don't want it to be screen time the entire time. I mean, I know they're going to have so much more screen time. So I'm trying to think of, kids' yoga classes. We're going to be doing schoolwork. So I want to just go and get some supplies. I thought maybe we get Cluedo, the board game. We get like Monopoly and a few other sort of games that maybe the Game of Life, a few other games that we can play off screens. I mean, obviously you can download all those things and you can play them on a screen, but I'm really looking forward to having some other options outside of just being on the iPad. We did buy an iPad, two new iPads for the boys because Forrest had this like really old one of mine that was smashed and bent and it was just terrible. It was really big and cumbersome. So we gave Bodhi's little mini iPad to Poet and I've downloaded a bunch of like babies, like these apps, Psycho mini apps. And one of them's about babies. And so she goes and she like dresses babies and that's like her favorite app. So I also downloaded Frozen and a bunch of other movies so that each child on the plane will have their own separate device so they're not fighting. So we're going to make that easier. And then in quarantine, we're going to be in, a small hotel room with all these people. I'm assuming we're going to have adjoining rooms. I think that's probably how it works with big families. But even then, I just want to make sure that we're good and we're sorted. I'm sure I'll have a bunch of people dropping things off to us, which will be great. So maybe I don't need to travel with all the board games. I might actually get friends of mine in Adelaide, as long as we're quarantining in Adelaide, friends of mine to pack some board games for us so we don't have to bring even more luggage because we've already got so much. I have a suitcase for every child. I have 2 suitcases for me because I brought all my winter coats, which are really bulky, and shoes and a bunch of other things. I didn't really know what we had in Australia. And then I have a suitcase dedicated to the new baby, with all the hand-me-downs and a bunch of my mum stuff is here that I thought she might like. So I put some of my mum and the baby stuff in together. And then I have one small suitcase of toys. So we're going to just be making sure they're having iPad breaks and just limit the time as much as we can in isolation, but also being like more lenient than we usually are too. But it's exciting. Like in terms of pregnancy, this week I've had a much better week. I feel like I've ironed out a lot of things that I was stressed out about and that were feeling very overwhelming last week. And I'm just feeling excited about getting back to Australia. I saw the baby on 3 days ago. I saw her in 3D, which is really cute. And her face is just, it looks plump and gorgeous. And it's really kicked in. I feel like I've been emotional the last 2 days thinking about her coming and what that's going to be like. I'm so, it's still so surreal. Like last night we went to our friend Moby's screening of his documentary that's just come out. And it was really surreal. I was thinking that, like, I was 16 years old and I would fall asleep to the song Porcelain. I would be in my bed and it was on repeat, and that's how I would sleep, to Porcelain. And I was like, it's really funny that, he's become one of our friends, and that music really brings up so many feelings of nostalgia for me. And it just felt like I just had this feeling of magic last night. I was like sitting there outdoors. I had friends around. We were watching the screen. I was listening to this amazing music that evoked so many positive memories for me. And I was snuggled up to Mark because I was cold, and the baby was moving to the music, and I kept putting his hand on the tummy, and she's just moving so much this week. It's just ramped it up. And I was just snuggling into Mark, and I just kept saying, this doesn't even feel real. Like, this doesn't feel real. We're having another baby. And she just came to us in her own way, with her own timing, without it being planned. Our first unplanned baby in terms of the timing, because I think I would be trying to get pregnant now. And I was just like, it was one of those moments that I hope I look back on and I remember. And it was just like such a nice feeling, and it made me really emotional. And then this morning I woke up. I've been sleeping really well. I've been hugging that big pillow. And this morning I woke up and got in the bath and just have been feeling her so much. And again, got emotional thinking about her coming and what's that going to be like, and how's she going to fold into our family, and imagining how loved she's going to be the moment she comes out, how those children are going to react, what the birth's going to be like, who's going to be there, how's it going to be, what's it going to feel like, what's my home birth going to be like, and I have a feeling this isn't my last baby, but I do believe this is my last baby for a little while. I want to take a break, and hopefully I'll get to experience having another baby down the track at some point. But I was even emotional about that, like, this season is coming to an end for me. And you never know what's going to happen. Who knows if I can get pregnant in the future? I don't know. I mean, it's the great unknown, what's going to happen in our life and our future and how things unfold. So I've been really, really sort of deep diving into all those feelings and just trying to connect with her amongst the busyness of life, of packing, of getting ready to go to Australia, of making sure we have everything, and also doing last minute play dates and making sure everyone's feeling good. I had such an amazing visit from my sister Annabelle. She's not my actual sister, but she's the closest thing I have to a full sister. I also have half sisters who are 10 and 12 years older than me, who I love. But Annabelle's that chosen sister. She's the one of my best friends. We went to school together, and she came out to LA when I came out to LA, because she was like, I miss you, I need to come and see you. And then she just never left. And she got O1 visas and she started working, and now she's a mega, massive, successful stylist in the industry, and styles people like Oprah and Salma Hayek and Elizabeth Debicki. And she's just a really beautiful, soulful person. And she's one of those people that instantly goes to like an amazing sort of esoteric, deep thinking, on the level kind of conversations. They're the sorts of conversations that she enjoys having. So I had a really lovely, she came and stayed at our house, and that was on Thursday night. And then so I spent Thursday night with her and Friday, and just like having such beautiful, deep conversations, inspiring conversations, really recharged me. I loved having that with her, being around her, and so that was a really beautiful part of my week. But I'm feeling really sentimental right now, and I don't know if it's because I've only got 10 weeks to go. Well, almost 10 weeks. I'll be 30 weeks in 2 days. No, 3 days. And I don't know, it's just all sort of sinking in. I'm kind of dropping into the experience a little bit more than probably I have been, because of just feeling like I had so much more time left of the pregnancy and being very busy. But now I'm like, oh, that's going to come really fast. And I'm just really looking forward to so many things. And also enjoying being present too. So I can't show you my belly today because I will flash you. But it's the same size. Oh, and my health diet, I put myself on I don't even want to say diet because it's not a diet. I've pivoted and I've been really mindful about the things that I've been putting into my body. I feel much better. I have a lot more energy, and I think like my salt intake's gone down. My sugar intake's definitely gone down. My like carb overload has gone down significantly. And I feel so much better. I'm having so many vegetables. I'm having all the vegetables. Like so much spinach, broccoli. I'm having green juices. I'm drinking Love Well every single day. That's one of the first things I have in the morning. And I just feel so much better. I'm really glad I made this shift. And just energy-wise, I'm feeling like I'm sort of bouncing off the walls. Like, wee, why didn't I do this earlier? So that's good. And I noticed that my weight gain has slowed slightly because it was very rapid. It was like jumping up like 5 pounds almost every week. And I was like, I just know that it will be harder for me, especially jumping into a home birth for the first time. It's pretty much in my head, I know a home birth is going to feel so similar to the experience I have in at the birth center, because even though it won't be my home, because my home's too far away from the hospital, it'll be a rental home. I just know that being able to be in a space that, you know, Mark's like, we're going to go in the house, we're going to sage everything and we're going to make it our own. And I just think that experience will be a really amazing one for me. And I want to set myself up to have the most positive, smooth sailing experience that I can for this fourth baby. And I hear that fourth babies tend to come quite quickly, which would be glorious. So we will see. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. I'm going to get out the bath now and start my day. All right. Sending love.